And 3, 2, 1. We are live and direct, coming straight to your dome from the garage. And we're having some drinks.
We're drinking a little spring break whiskey.
Spring break whiskey.
I think this. Oh my! Look, my sound is off.
Oh.
Yours isn't. Do you even know how to work technology?
I don't know how to do this.
Stop.
Oh, you know
Sorry,
what?
guys. He's still learning how the internet works.
Oh, dude, there was
go.
an echo. I had a tab open. It happened. Technical difficulties on
Technical
set.
difficulties.
But you know what? We're powering through. It's 8:01. We're live.
We made it. We made it back after last week when we were not here. But that's okay.
Yeah, you know
We're
what?
gonna randomly not be here.
And we didn't have to
yes,
make.
people get sad.
People did get sad. And we're not going to make a video saying that we're quitting YouTube after.
There will never be a "We are quitting YouTube" video.
No.
If we quit YouTube, we will just quit YouTube.
Yeah, we just stop. So
Exactly.
we're not quitting YouTube, but hey, you know, every once in a while we take breaks. And
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying.
This week, texting while live streaming.
I'm trying to send the
link
out.
He's promoting right now.
I'm all about that promotion, that self-promotion.
So feel free to leave a comment. We try to respond as fast. Sometimes we get thousands of comments.
It gets a little crazy.
It gets crazy in the comments. I love it.
And I've only got so many fingers.
But feel free.
Get back at them.
Leave a comment. What are we drinking tonight?
Well, I'm drinking the Old Elk.
Yeah.
Wheated bourbon.
Ooh.
Wheated. You're drinking some Red Breast Irish whiskey.
Which is
in honor of St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, buddy.
I was gonna say it's actually really smooth.
Yeah.
Versus other mass marketed Irish whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
It surprised me. It's got some some notes to it. It's got some flavor.
Yeah.
It's got some
sharp
soul.
notes, some sweet notes, some other notes.
But
I don't know what kind of notes things are supposed to have.
I think it's a G. Like a
for good.
Major G.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so that's what we're drinking tonight.
And water.
And water. Kyle is drinking water as well.
Yeah.
Good for you, Kyle.
He's trying to stay young, live forever. That's how you do it.
I have to do a 1 drink minimum because otherwise I drink too much.
Right. Oh. Things are coming in.
So tonight, there's some exciting news on the cross-country mountain bike side of things.
And nothing gets our motors going more than cross-country mountain bike race event news.
You know what gets me going more than 80
What gets you going in the morning more than 80 millimeters?
80 millimeters travel. Just firm travel is 120 millimeters of stiff, firm travel.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's 2024, my guy, and we are now rocking 100 and shit. I didn't remember the numbers.
Let's look at the numbers.
This would have been good if I had known what the fuck I was talking about.
We don't go over the numbers.
We're not like.
How much travel should we just show?
It's all the way back up at the top. All right.
Of course, we are talking about the latest
and greatest
and
the most unique and special, the most singular race bike ever made.
That looks just about like every other cross-country race bike. Should we show the people?
You know what really gets me going in the morning?
Yeah.
115 millimeters of firm, just flexed, stung.
Let's show the people. What do we got
linkage
here?
Suspension.
Look at that. Look at
Yeti.
Look at that.
Our local boys down the street here in Golden, Colorado, claim that they're into cross-country mountain bike racing. Now, if you had looked at their bikes for the past number of years, you would have been led to believe possibly otherwise. Yet they claim that cross-country mountain bike racing is in their DNA. It's in their,
Whoa.
It's in their blood.
Racing is in their DNA?
I mean, their first ever production bike
where
was a for racing only bike.
this?
They're called the FRO,
I feel like
which is a better name than Specialized full suspension rear or Future Shock rear suspension.
Future Shock.
We got over that. That's a throwback to our first episode, I think.
But there is a new bike
Right.
that has come out that it is.
Yeti's dropping the XC Watt bomb on us.
That is.
You would be you'd be forgiven for thinking it was not possibly a Rocky Mountain or a Canyon Lux or a Cervelo Ziphus 5.
What, Cervelo makes mountain bikes?
Where have you been?
No one cares.
They have to. They had to.
They're like, we gotta milk this.
Yeah.
We got some triathletes that are gonna need.
Got some people doing Xterras. Who are they? They've got some mountain bikes.
They're gonna
You'd
need
be forgiven.
a mountain bike.
Yeah, well, Cervelo riders, if you've got, you know, a soloist and you've got an R5 and you've got the TT bike
And you got
and you've
$5,000.
and you've got the Aspirin, I forget what it's called.
Can we get a close up of that?
Let's
click on this.
I don't know how the.
You gotta click on the internet to make it click. You gotta, open image. Oh, let's
Okay.
look at this. We weren't even talking about this, but honestly, this
You
is
didn't even
news
know
to
that
me.
Cervelo mountain bikes existed. Cervelo makes a mountain bike.
And I still don't care, but
Well, the only reason they can make it is because they're owned by the same company that owns Santa Cruz, and so they were able to just go to the ye old Asian carbon bike manufacturing.
we
You
gotta
know,
milk this brand.
the cobbled streets of the Asian manufacturing district, and pick out a frame designed to have. And there you have it from Cervelo. It's a single pivot.
No.
It runs off a
Kyle.
flex stay.
Oh, I thought we got away from flex stays.
No, but it's not as bad as the the little carbon fiber or titanium one that looked like an I-beam in the Yetis from years gone by.
So Kyle says that it confirms that Santa Cruz makes a Cervelo mountain bike. But
No, Pawn Holdings makes this development.
Pawn, international conglomerate.
There you go. There.
All right, but
and
Yeti. Let's
there.
get back to Yeti.
okay, go back to Yeti.
There we are.
There she is.
Yeti is making a cross-country mountain bike.
Cross country mountain bike. 115 millimeters of rear. I keep forgetting the freaking word.
Travel.
Rear travel.
The thing go up and down, go boom,
It goes
boom.
like this. I've only had a little bit. Flex day, 115 millimeters of flex day driven travel, 120 millimeter fork. You would be forgiven for thinking that this was a full-on trail bike
From
20 years ago.
from 2005.
Dude, I remember when I first got 120 millimeter travel. Cannondale Jekyll.
Was it the? I think the Enduro was the first Enduro 130 or 120.
I don't know. You guys know? Anybody know? But
The
my
Enduro?
my first 120 mil bike was a Cannondale Jekyll in 2003.
That was free ride, dude.
Well, because you could unscrew this little collar on the shock, and then you had to unhook the shock, and then you could screw the shock forward and back and change the geometry because it would change the shock placement.
Yeah.
So it's one of the that's why they call it Jekyll, because it could either be steep head tube angle or not steep head tube angle, bottom bracket also, high or low, and so it was Jekyll or Hyde, but they only went with Jekyll. But they didn't have a model called the Hyde, and it wasn't like it was the Hyde in one version with the shock here and the Jekyll in the other. They probably didn't. That probably would have got a little too
I
complicated.
thought there was an animal called a Jekyll, and they named it after the animal. A
Maybe.
Jekyll.
No, is there a Jekyll animal? Isn't
Yeah.
it a demon type thing?
I don't know.
I think they had some of that in their advertising.
I thought that there was I think it's a dingo type.
Maybe I was all completely wrong in the Jekyll and Hyde thing all along.
Uh-oh. We're going to the Google machine. But Yeti makes a a new bike. We've discussed it. How much is this bike going to be?
I believe the base model of this bike is $5,600. And goes up to, I think, like $13,000.
$13,000.
Prices start at $5,600 and climbing all the way to $13,900 for the T5 Ultimate XX.
And
That model has RockShox flight attendant suspension, so like a person comes, helps you set the suspension up while you're riding it, and they're on like a hoverboard. That's why they're called the flight attendant. They come alongside you, flying, help you set things up while you're riding, like make all the little changes and adjustment for you. And poof,
I think it's a bit of a gimmick, but you know.
Do you? Why do you
Flight
think?
attendant?
Yeah. Why is it a gimmick?
I don't like it. I like rebound.
Well, it has.
I like compression.
It has them. It just
and
does
I like
it.
little
It
knobs.
just does it for you, right? It does it for you because it can think faster than you, so they claim. I'm generally kind of.
I don't like it.
I don't personally love having to have battery things on my bike because I'm forgetful when it comes to things on my bike that might need to be charged. So.
I don't want to have another app on my phone. I have 40 apps for different things. I don't want to have an app for my suspension, an app for my derailleurs, an app for my frame.
I would love to own a bike which I do, because none of mine have any of this stuff. It'd be nice if more people could own bikes that didn't require having a smartphone as well.
Yeah.
like you could just go, say you had like $10,000, $13,000, you just wanted to go buy an amazing bike, but you also didn't like smartphones.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Should we go?
You'd have to pay for the actual flight attendant to come along with you to do it for you. Like somebody has, like your assistant has the smartphone and you just don't.
Should we do a shocking, like prank episode where we go into a bike shop and try to buy a bike without a smartphone? We'll go to Wheat Ridge Cycles. We'll go see Curtis Cole. We'll wear a mustache.
Like, hey, I want the best bike you have, but I don't want to use the smartphone to ride it.
Correct. Is it possible?
Can it be done?
What about if it was a fixed gear? Could you think you could get a bike without a fixed gear that doesn't use a smartphone?
I want to start a fixed gear company where you get a flip phone with the fixed gear when you buy it.
For selling drugs?
Yeah, whatever you need to
Dude,
use it for.
Here's your fixed gear and a burner. Go knock yourself out, kid.
Yeah, nobody's going to trace this one because they don't give a shit.
So, pretty much our point was the new Yeti ASR.
Have we ever made a point?
We gotta have points. People like points.
People do like points.
They like points when they buy gas. They like points when they buy groceries. Our point was a Yeti came out with an ASR. It's expensive. You can buy it directly from them now.
Right.
And you can also get Flight Attendant, which does everything for you. So you don't really need to hire Jason.
Like, I'm all for Yeti making whatever bikes they want and just trying to make whatever money they can make. Because there's people who are going to want to buy, like, there are plenty of people who are going to want, who love the brand, who are going to want, the XC. Because there have been people for long enough, in fact, no, never mind. I'm going to take it back. Anyway, there have been people long enough who've been trying to use their SB115
Superbike.
Yes, it was like the Superbike, like baby Superbike. But it was like heavy. It wasn't an XC race bike, and it was kind of tried to be used as one. And that's the bike that on our show back earlier in the winter that the frame sets were closing out for like more than half price.
Oh.
Was that SB115? Shocking. Super baby bike has been replaced by, the new Acer.
Acer.
So it's fine. Let them do their thing. I give them credit for efficiency in the design, if we want to call it that, because like
It's not breaking
nobody put any work into this. I guess like I could have done this in a weekend. I couldn't have done the carbon layup. Like I don't know how to do that, but like they already know how to do that stuff. But, like I could have been like, yeah, put this there, like flex thing, the swing link, and you're good to go. You got
You
a
put
race bike.
a linky dink.
Yeah.
But do we need a
walking
lower
nozzle.
pivot for the suspension to work? How are you
don't.
going to solve that problem?
Well, you just make that carbon fiber. I'll get on the yoga train.
Yeah. Why don't we call it a yoga stay?
Oh, somebody's missing their chances on that one.
Yeah.
Yoga stays.
Maybe
because they're
Fazari?
flexible. Ari, get on that. They need to. They don't. I don't think Ari.
The yoga
has,
stay.
XC race bike. But if they do, Ari, if you're listening and you need a designer for your XC race bike, call me. I can come up with one in like a weekend. Trust me, it'll be groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking. We could design
It'll be
frames,
groundbreaking,
dude.
rock shattering, dirt melting, speed rocketry. Shit, I'll do your marketing too. See, I've already got it. It's just done. Is there anything else about this bike we need to talk about?
Steven says no Kashima on that frame. You want that slicky?
Yeah. Like, why doesn't it have extra Kashima bits in the frame?
Yeah.
More Kashima bits in the frame.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to show everybody how rad I am if I don't?
Hold
have
on,
no
I'm going to
Kashima?
switch. It's going to your... Let's look at some shots of this bike.
Oh, shots.
Shots of the bike. There it is.
Okay. Well,
Comes
there's
in
the bike.
generic
Yeah, it comes in.
generic black.
Duck your head at the office black. Still is
Cool.
black and boring.
Oh, you can hit jumps.
Oh man,
It's jump ready.
jump ready.
It's practical.
Does it come with those stickers that like the Walmart bikes come with? It says not intended for aggressive riding, like extreme jumps. I need to find one of those stickers. Probably not. I mean,
You can turn.
you can rail dirt turns,
Yeah, flat track.
it. And you can stand up and take in the views.
Yep.
It's good. And you can lean it against stuff and make it.
Yeah. It floats on gravel roads.
Yeah.
Boom. There it is, guys.
You'd be hard pressed to find any complete bike that's more tricked out than the T5 Ultimate XX SL transmission. I mean, probably any other brand's top of the line bike is the same, because wasn't just like a week ago Specialized was claiming that they were the only company that had the full new flight attendant on their bikes, and now, nuts. Yeti ruining the party for Specialized.
Look at that.
Okay.
I mean, it looks pretty clean.
10 definitely. How much does this bike exist just to get people talking about Yeti bikes at this time of year? Do they expect this bike to be like a popular selling model for them?
I don't know how to answer that.
Well, you were supposed to.
It doesn't really get me excited. I'm like, it's another cross-country bike. Like, I actually don't like really long travel bikes, but I don't really like short travel bikes. So it just doesn't really do it for me.
Sure.
Also, I would never ride a Sid. I am too aggressive.
The new Sids have 35 millimeter stanchionness.
I'm pretty aggressive, dude. I'm
I'm
telling you,
aware.
I'm pretty
But
aggressive.
this is not.
I'm aggressive.
Sorry.
I'm too aggressive for a
Sorry.
Sid.
You are. You are too aggressive for a Sid.
And all these 3-letter acronyms on this frame, I don't like it. ASR.
Too many things with 3
SIDS.
letters. Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Well, it's a no for Nick. Nick's not going to go spend his hard-earned
My lunch money.
his YouTube dollars on buying the new Acer.
Speaking of YouTube dollars, let's talk about this haircut.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you got a haircut.
I got a haircut. I got some haircuts. Some hairs cut. Yes.
You got
What do we want to talk about?
the hipster bike shop haircut.
Is that what it is?
It's what it is, dude. You did it. You
Prove
committed.
it. Prove it.
Your pant legs are rolled up. You got a mullet haircut, and you're looking
So
kind of stylish.
I built a bike with mixed wheels, 29 front, 27.5 rear, that I've been riding for a little bit. People call these mullet bikes. I'm not But
Yeah.
I figured I needed to become more of an expert on the subject if I was going to entertain the attitudes that I was entertaining, which was that calling mixed wheel mountain bikes mullets is stupid. So I have the bike now. I got my hair cut. I'm trying to adopt the lifestyle to see if
It's spring.
true. Truth be told, my son, who's in 7th grade,
Yeah.
he and I, both of us, the last haircut we'd gotten was in like August. So it was getting long.
Did you get hassled for the haircut?
Yeah, he wanted to get the mullet cut because I guess the kids are kind of doing it.
Yeah. It comes in waves,
so
dude. It's hip.
I said,
not
sure,
hip.
if you do it, I'll do it with you. So here we are.
All right.
And Jeff Young said, "Ooh, okay, now Kyle, he might have me here.
What?
He says that haircut is so down country. So, in a bit of a departure, yes, mixed wheel sizes is not a mullet. Putting a mountain bike rear derailleur on a gravel bike is not making a mullet. That's shit's stupid. But is the haircut down country?
Can you go down a country?
I can get down in the country.
Go down on that country.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ding-dong-ding-dong-dong.
I mean, I would say, yeah, there's a little bit of seriousness, a little bit of cross countryness up front, and a little bit of the party in the back. I'd say it's more down country than a mixed wheel as a mullet. So,
And for those of you just joining us, feel free to leave a comment. I love comments. I validate myself through comments.
it's really how we live.
Yeah, honestly.
If we don't get
it
any more
feeds us.
comments, so what do we do?
We're
What are we
both
doing?
dads, so we live off comments. Man, I was gonna go into our next segue. Which
we have one? Cougar attacks?
Cougar said no.
No, not yet.
I don't know, man. I think it's too soon.
Okay.
It's too
We
soon.
can hold off on that.
No,
We're still on. I mean, are we done
I was
talking about the Yeti?
I think we're done. We're done Yetiing.
We're gonna close that.
And they
tab.
made a cross country bike.
They made a
we
cross-country
don't
bike.
like it.
People will buy it. It'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah.
You go ride Centennial Cone.
You could
with
go
it.
direct to consumer now.
Yeah, yeah.
You just they shows up.
It'll be yours.
You figure it out.
Give them your money.
Yeah, done. The
It's
next thing.
it's just another example of how kind of boring a lot of our industry is right now.
Should we talk about TikTok?
Sure.
TikTok.
What is TikTok?
TikTok, for those of you who don't know, is a social media platform who gets your views by giving you lots of views, and they get you hooked because people feed on the views. If your video gets 1,000 views or 1,000,000
1,000.
views, that's
Dude.
what you want. That's what you want.
I would shit myself so hard I'd never have to ever again if I got 1,000,000 views for something. I'd be done shitting for life.
You'd be like, I'm done. I'm done.
1,000,000? 1,000,000 people saw what I did? No thanks.
This
I don't need that in my life.
I don't need it either.
Whew.
And honestly, I tried to take my views to.
Apart from the millions who watch our show. But
I tried to pay my mortgage with views. They wouldn't accept it.
I
went
you
and
have
I
to
said-
you have to convert them to exposure.
Oh, do I have to then do
Yeah.
like a cryptocurrency?
Yeah. There's a conversion program you need to pay a subscription fee to,
And then I get on
which will
blockchain.
convert your views, through a blockchain
With AI.
system. Yeah, obviously it's
Obviously.
powered by generative
Powerade.
AI.
Powerade.
Powerade AI,
Yep.
and pops it back out
And then I pay my mortgage with
as
views.
exposure. Yeah.
Okay.
But exposure is the only sort of currency that will be acceptable to like a landlord.
So right now there's a vote about TikTok saying that it has to be, if it's going to continue to operate in the United States, it has to be sold to another party essentially, because it is partially run by the Chinese government, the Communist Party. This wasn't going to get political,
I
but
thought it wasn't.
it is. Every company, if you are a company operating in China, you are beholden to the government. And if the government wants to come in and say, hey, I need that, you have to give them.
So the United States government is proposing that in some way, whatever TikTok is in America needs to belong to a non-Chinese company.
Correct.
They're going to get around that somehow.
Correct.
But they'll maybe do it to make everybody kind of feel like something was done.
I think
Hold on, are you saying that China is spying on us? Back up a second here.
Wait a second. Do we have these devices in our phone that have multiple cameras, microphones, and can transmit like massive amounts of data right in our pocket?
Right like that? Who would ever do anything with that?
And
certainly not sinister governments that run the world.
So like there's a thing going on, and I personally, I'm not down with TikTok. I think it's
same.
I don't need another app. I don't need another social media thing.
I'm
not trying to get big. Like I've said before, if I want my information stolen by a company, it's going to be a good American company who's going to steal all my information. Okay?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Fair.
Your turn.
My turn. Okay. I don't think that I have anything of value to be spied on.
Really?
Yeah. But I also don't need to be wasting my life and my time scrolling nonsense for hours. And I was wasting time on TikTok. So this is bicycle therapy. Part of what we talk about is our mental health. And my mental health was not doing so well with the TikTok existing on my phone. And I hated it. I've hated it since it came out. But what happened was my teenage daughter would send me TikTok videos that were funny. Cats, food, this, that, right? And so I installed it. It would just play these videos, right, that she sent me. And then I would be like, oh, look, I'm an idiot. And then my brain would just do stupid person stuff and watch stuff I don't give a shit about. So I was wasting my time. You know what I believe the Chinese government wants from us? They want us wasting our time. You think they want an unproductive American workforce? Boy, we're so conspiratorial tonight. I love it.
So conspiratorial.
Good. They don't want a productive American workforce.
Yeah.
If we're just melting our brains daily watching this nonsense.
Swipe it?
We're just going to waste time. Or if we're going to have like a whole segment of our workforce attempting to make a living at this one thing and only like a small percentage of people can do it, tons of wasted productivity.
Dude, what you get paid on TikTok is so minuscule for what it is. I mean, you might make a couple hundred.
By the way, my pants are rolled up because I have short legs.
You got a hip vibe going. He's got a hip vibe.
It's really hard to find pants that fit me.
Pull me a latte.
Because I have a 29-inch.
Pull me a shot of latte.
Oh, you again. Hey, how what brings you in today? Yeah. I'll be very uninterested in anything you have to say.
It's 100%. TikTok is a time-wasting machine. Mm-hmm. It's also a little concerning that, like, if you just scroll through, you can either scroll through your feed or you can scroll through whatever they want to show you.
Right.
And so somebody at some level is making a decision what you want to see. That
the computers
I don't like.
are.
And I've been on there, and like some of the content that gets shown to me, I'm just like, where is this coming from? This is just weird. Like, weird stuff about people confronting cops and like just.
You're into it though. They know at some certain level dude.
No, it stresses me out. I'm like, no, I don't want to see this. Like, I stopped watching it because. Or going to that. But, like, what's the point? At the end, like, we just all need to pick one app and pay $3 a month and That's my new
I-
company.
okay,
I'm
here's
starting
a-
a tech company.
Well, I'm with you. I want an app that you install. You pay $3 a month to keep the app on your phone, and it's the only app that will open on your phone. So anytime you try to open another app, it just brings you back to this one, and it's nothing. It's a nothing app. And it's just like, get off your fucking phone is what pops up. so you'd be like, go away, and then you got to go to TikTok, and all it does is reroute you back to the other app. That's what we're gonna do.
It's
You in?
a portal, yeah. It's like that that button box.
Yeah, the useless button.
Yeah, the useless
Sometimes
button.
it's a kitty cat who always turns it off, and then you turn it back on, and he turns it off for you. I love them. I want one so bad. I've never bought one. The one that I want, though. I like the kitty.
I think on another show we're also going to talk about influencing in the cycling community, and how that's just a dumpster fire in itself. How that's going, and like I don't think Instagram or Facebook's that much better, but
No,
I
I
only
mean,
have time for a certain amount of social media.
right. So I took TikTok off my phone few weeks ago.
Yeah,
It's one of the best things I've ever done.
done.
I'm so happy not having that, and I have exercised a lot of discipline in not watching Instagram. Was it Reels?
Yeah,
Those and Facebook and Instagram are the same thing,
yeah,
right?
same thing.
Yeah. So they try to get you to watch the same stuff all the time too.
It's just that Instagram has less function. Like if you think
Okay.
about it, like Facebook, they figured it out. There's groups. You can share things. You can put photos. You can put video. Like Facebook worked, but it started to become uncool.
Right.
And
Well,
then-
and it ended up being driven almost exclusively by high engagement, which is all on the negative side
Yeah.
of the equation.
And people's like grandparents started getting onto Facebook.
Yeah.
so you
Well,
don't
or they've
wanna
been on it and they became
Yeah.
grandparents because they got older.
Yes.
Because Facebook was around long enough. And suddenly they were like, oh, I was just a person in my 40s. And then like 15 years later, oh shit, they were a grandma on Facebook.
Yeah. Next thing you know.
Turns out that's how time works.
Yeah. It travels. Does it have to work that way? If you donate to our special program, we're going to make crystals that might reverse aging. We're working on it right now, and we need some
We
investors.
just need some help with it.
Um,
This show is really just us trying to get seed money for our various projects. That's all.
we got a great comment by Stephen.
Stephen? Reels is just TikTok videos for
Well, and
what year olds? I don't know what 40-year-olds
40-year-olds.
who don't want to download TikTok.
Well, it's
Which
interesting
is probably him.
because TikTok came out, and then Instagram copied them, and that there's this war in social media of like, oh, they did this and it's working, we're gonna copy it. Facebook is constantly, or Meta, as I should say, that's
yeah,
the
Meta.
metaverse, is constantly
Trying to limit.
copying what other people are doing and is working, and somehow they either just acquire the company or they sue them, and so yeah, Reels is just, but the people say the algorithm sauce is different. Like TikTok gives you just this weird,
Get off of all of it.
all of it.
It's bad for your brain. It's a waste of your time. None of those people
You
are
know what?
contributing positively to your life. Interact with people you know. Like,
I think
just do that.
I think we're gonna have our first group ride.
That's what we're shooting for. We don't. How soon?
This Saturday. What do you think?
I got it. I'll try. Ooh, I hit the mic. I'll try.
Maybe this Saturday. We're gonna post.
Weather's gonna be good
We'll put a post on TikTok
through
about
the
it.
weekend.
Just
Yeah, we'll make a
kidding.
TikTok reel.
We're thinking about. We want to do some group rides. So if you're in the area, join us.
Kyle wants to know we weren't supposed to be living in the metaverse by now. I don't know.
Dude, the metaverse is actually really starting to come together.
I don't want to know. I don't care.
It's really starting to come together.
It will not benefit my life.
You could live in a virtual world and have a virtual girl.
Oh, this was my first bike.
Let's put it up on the screen.
I didn't have the lefty though.
Whoa, dude, look at that head tube angle.
That's the 3000.
Can we get a close up?
I had the 300.
What's the resolution? So this picture was probably taken 20 years ago.
Sorry, we just got a little distracted because I was looking at cross country bikes, and then we were talking about Cannondales.
And then
I think I was totally wrong about the Jekyll nomenclature. Maybe it's a double entendre. Maybe it's both the demon guy and a two personality bike.
MTM G2G ride. What?
Sorry.
What's G2G?
Good to go.
MTM,
Also,
mountain
no
bike.
NTM.
What's NTM?
North Table Mountain.
Did you just sass me? You're like, North Table Mountains. Jeez, you're so sus on this,
God.
bro. Are we going to start
Would you
using...
please know things so we don't have to like update you constantly? You need a firmware upgrade, man.
Dude, I don't pay attention to this stuff. You know what I do?
I shred. I get out and I shred and I party.
I party. I have two kids.
I steez it real.
I don't care. What are the kids calling? Okay, what do people call Chimney Gulch now? Do you even know?
I don't. I know what NTM is, and I know what Green Mountain is GM.
No, Green Mountain is Montaña Verde. It sounds way cooler that way.
Yeah, but nothing can make that trail cool.
Absolutely correct. Can we get a wide?
I was trying to get a better photo here.
So,
open image in new tab. There we
North
go.
Table Mountain. No, well, what's going to be
Canada
dry?
That's the 3000. I didn't have the lefty yet. I didn't have that shit.
You didn't have a lefty? Look at that. Look at that steep head tube angle.
I had the base model of this bike was my first full suspension mountain bike.
Single pivot.
Yeah, all the way.
Did it have? Is this the top end model with remote lockout? And what are these?
Yeah.
D-Max? You got some D-Max wheels?
Yep. Some D-Max XTR. This actually had an electronic lockout on the head shock or the lefty.
That's because Cannondale was ahead of its time.
Ahead of everybody else's time. They were doing TikTok in 2003, and then they quit in 2005.
Wait a second. Say that again.
That's how far ahead in the future they were. They were doing TikTok in 2003.
Social meets.
Yeah,
Social meets, dude. That's what I'm calling it. Social meets, bro.
All right.
Just go ride Deer Creek. That's what Kyle says.
Deer Creek's a good trail.
I was thinking, what if we turn this show into an auction show? We auction items off for highest bid. Hey,
Yes.
okay.
I'm game. I'll try to learn how to do some auctioning.
I think we should auction some classic. Oh, actually, I thought this would be hilarious. One thing.
So I'm just looking at Cannondale Jekylls right
Jekyll's.
now. I've got other things to
Zoning
do,
out.
like talk to our people. Sorry.
So I watch a Volkswagen YouTuber. YouTube there, it's a shop, and they work on Volkswagens, and they go pick up Volkswagens that are suspicious off of Facebook Marketplace. It is hilarious.
Like possibly stolen.
Not stolen, because it's hard to do that with VINs.
Okay.
What
What is suspicious about them then?
like they'll compare what was written in the description, and then when they get there, it's not like the guy got there and he was like said title in hand, but he didn't have the title. He had the thing to get a replacement title. He was like, okay, here you go.
Gotcha.
So the guy still bought it. He got it back. There's all sorts of issues with it.
Sure.
And it was hilarious. I thought that would be hilarious to do this with bicycles, where we buy some old mountain bikes, potentially suspicious, especially something like an old Jekyll.
Right.
That's not really worth anything. And then we fix it up and we go rock some Dakota Ridge on it. What do you think?
Always Dakota Ridge.
Always Dakota Ridge. It's fast. It's dry. There may be
It's fucking dangerous every time.
There might,
no matter how good you are.
And there's definitely some radioactive material.
Did you hear about the guy who died? Did we talk about it?
When?
At Christmas time.
From what?
Being out there, it wasn't a biker.
Fell over in Dakota
Okay.
Ridge?
So, y'all, there's a good Westward article on it. They try to explain the whole thing. A few weeks ago, me and my boys, we were riding, and we went through Matthew Winters. We went to go up the dirt road at Dakota Ridge. There was like, oh no, there was twice. So there was one, we were out there. We were coming up to the Dakota Ridge entrance, and we saw people in bright green shirts that said search and rescue. And it looked like, I thought it was like a volunteer sort of training situation. They were like walking along the side of the road, and I thought maybe they were picking up trash and stuff too. Whatever, didn't think much of it. We went back and we were riding it again a few days later, and there was like police presence there, more people in shirts, and then we got up the top to where the hawk lookout thing is at the top of the hill, and there were two dudes setting up like huge drones. Turns out, back at Christmas time, some guy disappeared. Like early December. They found his car in the parking lot of the Stego lot in there in like late January. They had surveillance footage of this guy being seen in Eagle, like back in December. Anyway, at some point there in January into February, they found like the guy's shoes near the trail at Dakota Ridge. Well, the day we were there, they found this guy's body.
Ugh.
Don't know exactly what he was doing out there, why he was there, but don't go walking around Dakota Ridge in the middle of December in a snowstorm, which is apparently what
There's
happened.
snakes and
Yeah.
bears and...
All we're saying is Dakota Ridge is always going to throw something new at you.
Yeah, Dakota Ridge
Dude, that shit
is-
caught fire a couple of years ago.
Did it?
Yeah, there's a whole section on top of it that's burned, and there was a guy on, I think one of the internet Facebook groups, like the fire was behind him as he was finishing the trail.
Huh. The one thing you never do is never go ride Dakota Ridge on a brand new bike. Just don't do that.
I did.
I've
The
done
only
it.
bike I've ridden my mixed wheel bike on is Dakota Ridge so far.
Well, every time I buy a new bike, it's usually winter, or many times, and you're like, the only thing you can ride is Dakota Ridge. And
Correct.
so you're like, okay, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go ride Dakota Ridge on my brand new bike with my brakes aren't quite dialed, tire pressure's not dialed, my suspension's not dialed, nothing's dialed, and and then you're just gonna go throw some chunky monkey at it.
Yeah, throw the chunkiest, monkiest at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Correct.
taste this just a
You
little
should.
bit though, just a little.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It'll get you a little bit more than that does.
but I was trying to give you a hint there to go into the next topic that you were very excited to talk about.
Is there a new topic?
Which was gruesome. Oh, but the whole point about TikTok is like we're both off. We're done with TikTok.
And y'all should know, if we're done with it, you better get on board.
Well, it's a political movement.
Whatever
Whatever we do, you should probably do.
you should probably
Yeah,
do.
we seriously are taking investors for our energy crystals to reverse aging and time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh look, there's us. I haven't looked at us.
Whoa, Old Elk is
It'll
It's-
get
hints of elk and oldness.
there's some elderliness in here.
Yeah.
Is this what geriatricness tastes like? I don't know.
Ooh, it's a little stronger. A little sharper.
Are we doing bourbon tasting TikTok channels? No.
Ooh, no,
No.
no,
No.
I'm not
There's a
into
whole
that.
world of that stuff. Guys, just random dudes. This tastes like this.
Tastes like an old sock.
Dude, your mind controls reality. Tastes like what you want it to. Rock strikes on your stanchions, and they are dialed. Yeah, God gets it. I don't know what Donut Media.
Oh, Donut Media is a car channel.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
What was next?
Dude,
It's
I've been
8:45.
giving you all the hints.
I haven't been listening that much.
Mountain lion attack.
All right.
I didn't want to talk about this because
Well,
it's
hey.
gruesome.
No, there's
gruesome.
no gruesomeness.
Well, what was the?
No one died.
You were like,
A pack
check
of-
out this really cool mountain bike story about this people getting attacked by mountain lions.
No, a pack of cougars fought off a mountain lion.
Wait a second. With
Do
like,
you
do the research.
Do the math on that one. A pack of cougars fought off a mountain lion.
I'm gonna cut to your screen. Wait a second. Is it cutting?
Yeah. I think it's in Oregon. Snoqualmie. Sounds Oregonish. 5 female mountain bikers, all in their 50s and 60s, got attacked. I don't know if that's the right word. I didn't read too much about it, but it says a young male cougar would attack one of them. And they spent 45 minutes fighting this thing off because it would like kind of come and go and come back at them. And it's just a great story that these ladies fought this thing off. Proves to you that mountain biking keeps you young, keeps you strong, makes you brave.
It's the adventure, dude.
Dude, all of it. Cougars, wild cats known as mountain lions or pumas, are reclusive and tend to stay away from humans. But it attacked this one mountain lion wasn't ready for these cougars. I just want to make constant cougar jokes. I don't know that they're cougar-esque type ladies, but either way.
There are guidelines around cougars.
Uh-oh.
There's definitely cougar guidelines.
What are they?
I think it's over 40. I don't know. I would have to go to Urban Dictionary or something and look it up. You know I'm not hip. I have 2 kids. I stay at home all day.
Well, yeah, because neither one of
Or
us
at
are
work.
neither one of us are in danger of being attacked by a cougar at this point,
No.
because we're both over 40.
Yeah. We're definitely out of the game. The cougar game. The love game.
What's a cougar?
Oh, it said right there on the second.
An older woman seeking a sexual relationship with a younger man.
Yes.
But that doesn't tell us what the like range is. How old or how young?
I
Like,
think
what's
it's
the
40.
span needs to
I
be?
think it's 40 up.
They're 40 up. Like, but what's
Yeah.
the time? What's the space between?
I
Like,
think
how
it's just-
young does the young need to be?
I think it. I would say if I was making a law,
Okay.
I would say at least 5 years.
Oh, I would. I thought
Minimum.
it was going to be more.
No, but
I thought so.
okay, 10 years. Let's make the law. Let's take this to Congress.
Well, let's start it at the let's no. Let's start it at the bottom. Like, say if starting age for cougar entrance into Cougarville
Welcome to Cougar Town.
is 40.
Here's your leopard print.
If it's 40, then what's the like oldest that a cougar at 40 would want to be involved with? A 25, 28-year-old?
Yeah, I think.
I'd say at the most.
think
I would
older
think not a
20s.
30-year-old.
I think late 20s.
Because I think a 30-year-old is like still is just like you're the same.
guys
right?
are still Neanderthals in their young 20s.
Sure.
They're just like, I'm hitting things with a stick.
Yeah.
Pretty cool,
Pretty
huh?
dumb. So
You want to look at my dirt bike?
so let's put it at 15 years.
Okay, 15 years
Minimum 15 to
to life.
whatever.
Or yeah.
15 to legal, we'll put it that way.
I don't even know what that means. But okay, let's go with it. 15 years. We just worked it out here,
15
folks.
15 to legal. No matter the age.
So yeah, we covered several things.
We got Yeti. We got cougar attacks.
Cougars start at 40. The oldest guy they hunt would be 25 to 28 tops.
So that's what I said.
How do you know this, Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah.
How do you know this?
How do you know this,
Your
Kyle?
personal experience?
Cougars. So,
So what?
we talked about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
did.
we had one more thing to talk about.
What?
Panarella is for sale.
Not all of Pinarello.
What is for sale?
One Pinarello is for sale. Like, Pinarello has many bikes for sale, but they have one specific bike for sale.
I thought you meant that the brand was for sale.
No.
I was like, who wants a clapped out old Italian brand that makes everything in Taiwan?
Nobody. I don't think anybody wants the brand. No. A few years ago, Tour de France champion, Colombian road bike racer, Egan Bernal, gifted a custom painted Pinarello Dogma road bike to the Pope.
Ah.
As one does.
You're like, here's the cool bike. I don't know.
I mean, he's Colombian, so I don't think he talks like that. And I'm not going to get into that.
Hey.
He's cool. I don't know.
For this
They
story,
speak Spanish, and I'm not going to try. For whatever reason, that bike is now up for auction. So you can own a Pinarello road bike that was owned by the Pope that was given to him by Egan Bernal if you pay a bunch of money for it.
do you think, what type of stats do you think that bike could get? Because you got the Holy Spirit.
Dude, that
on
would
your-
pull so much cougar tail.
What do you think your time up lookout would be on that? You think you could beat an e-bike?
It would be the same as if I was riding my bike.
I don't know, dude. I think you got the Holy Spirit behind you on that one.
I have the Holy Spirit with me anyway.
The Pope owned it.
Yeah, but
He wears a cool hat.
I don't know. I'm not Catholic, so I don't think I get papal Holy Spirit energy. Guys, we're getting religious and political tonight here. We're all over the
Dude.
board.
Listen,
Yeah.
what's it going for? What's
don't
the
know.
auction?
Let's see.
He's reading the story. We're
It's
getting
up
it.
Place your bid at Katawiki.
Oh, Kyle says, ask.
Current bid is 8,500 euros.
Not doing so hot. Does the money go to charity? Like, what's...
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut my mouth. I was gonna mention some legal funds, but we just we'll just keep it at charity.
Yeah, we'll say charity. It's a 53. He's a little guy. It's a little bike.
I mean,
You're like, I ride a 53.
it's like medium. It's like medium. It's like
It's not even that. It's not even
not
that
even
small,
that small,
dude.
man. It's
not
like
even-
it's totally medium. Like it's
Yeah.
perfectly average.
Yeah, it's like
What's
53.
wrong with you? It doesn't need to be any bigger.
It's like
That's why I roll my pants legs up.
I ride a 58, dude. It's a big bike,
I'll bet
dude.
you do. I'll bet you do.
Long legs.
58, my ass.
Yeah, dude. Kyle is saying that we should ask the other Kyle about Cougar Town.
He went the other way though.
Did he? I think he went whatever way.
Well, I'm just saying.
Presented himself.
Well, his wife is younger than him, is what I'm saying.
Ah.
He's the older party. I don't think it's by a lot though.
Yeah.
Not by cougar terms.
Oh.
We could ask him about the other when he was in his 20s.
Ooh, working at the bike shop.
In his 20s, working at the bike
Doing
shop.
tune-ups.
Doing tune-ups, doing fits. From what I hear, fits is where it was at for doing fittings.
Yeah,
For getting
one-on-one time.
extra one-on-one time.
none of this we know about
Of course not.
because
We're
we
just
just
talking
do
about
tune-ups.
nope.
But
And yeah, I've been married the entire time that I've worked in a
That's-
bike shop.
yeah,
so
yeah. That's the
I don't
other
know.
thing.
I don't know what goes on. I go into work and I go home.
That's it.
Apparently, people meet people. It's the
Yeah.
weirdest thing.
Yeah. Or invite you on rides. Hey, you want to go for a ride? That's usually how it starts.
Never been invited on a ride.
Really?
I've never invited someone on a ride.
You want to go for a ride?
No.
We want to go for a ride. Subjetty's days were interesting.
For him.
Yeah.
Well, that'll probably be on our Patreon rather than just out there on the YouTube. We'll have our Kyle interview set up on our Patreon. You can subscribe to that one, and you can get all the juicy bits on that.
Oh.
We'll have a whole Patreon episode on the salacious lives of bike shop employees.
So I think we should wrap this up. 1, Yeti.
They made a bike.
Yeah.
That's fine.
ASR. Woo.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Probably nothing.
You would not do anything with it. You would break it.
Yeah, I would shred so hard it would snap the frame because I hit big jumps.
Bam.
Extreme, dude. What was the other thing we talked about? Oh, TikTok. Deleting it from the phone.
Get rid of it.
It's no point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't think like we do, we don't like you.
It's true. We talked about trying to do a bike ride on Saturday. What kind of bike ride? It'd have to be like a pavement situation. I don't think any dirt's going to be dry.
I was actually thinking we just take the handlebars off of our bikes and run around downtown.
This sounds like not something I want to do. Take
Okay.
No.
It's my favorite thing to do. And then, some cougars fought off a mountain lion.
Mountain bike news. Yeah, it's great.
And they're trying to sell the Pope's bike.
Hell of an episode today.
Yeah.
We nailed it.
Slow news day.
No, and it's a great news day because we dive in deep beyond what you're just going to read somewhere else out there.
We do the research.
We do the research, and you get expert analysis and a little bit of opinion here thrown in about here. What you got? You got messages?
Hold on.
You got privacy messages happening?
My wife just texted me. I feel like throwing up. I think the beans got to me.
I don't think you should read text from your wife on our channel.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
I think it means you need to go home.
Yeah. Well,
All right, wow.
that was a while
We're at
ago.
an hour now.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up. Well, thanks for joining us, and next time.
If you have anything else you want us to talk about, let us know. We've been a little bit
Busy.
We've been busy. We've been a little bit loose on the program lately,
Yeah.
but that's fine.
Yeah, we got stuff going on. Busy week.
If you start getting us, a few thousand more followers, things will change real quick around here.
Yeah.
Things will get real pro real quick.
If you donate to our or invest with our energy crystal program, we could probably
Or our app, yeah.
Yeah, the app. I definitely want to get people on these energy crystals. I
Yes.
charged them myself.
only at a full corn moon.
Yeah, with a battery from my Volkswagen Passat, I go, bzzz, and the German energy that comes off that.
You don't charge them with your kids on a treadmill?
No, I definitely do the 12 volt because
You just gotta make the kids, dude. Nothing beats. What did Monsters Inc. teach us? Nothing beats child energy.
I was thinking like, how could I
Always have to tap into it.
Maybe their sweat. Maybe if I put some of the child's sweat on there, the crystals would work better. But we're gonna figure that out. Till next time.
Thanks.
Stay strong.
Get off the
internet.
internet.
Right now. Go for a bike ride.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next Tuesday.
Maybe Saturday. We'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll post up on the internet.
Keep your Saturday morning free. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, don't plan anything.
Plan nothing else.
Because we might have a pretty interesting timeshare opportunity.
Sesh. Oh yeah, timeshare.
I want all of our group rides to turn into a timeshare.
Some sort of
Yeah.
multi-level marketing scheme.
Yeah, like what if you could have 2 weekends in Aspen a year
Yeah.
and it would only cost you like $4,000.
50 grand. Oh.
Yeah.
I think
And it was
it
in a
would cost-
van. What if we did van timeshares?
Van life timeshares. You just have to find the van where it's parked.
Rick and Morty jokes. I don't know Rick and Morty jokes.
I mean,
Did we make a Rick and Morty joke? Do you have the crystals?
I don't watch enough of any one thing except for maybe probably Star Trek to make
Oh, the Star Trek
commentary on
episode.
it. But and I keep that very much to myself because in my experience of my life, nobody else cares. So that's like that's my thing. And so I would not. I've seen some Rick and Morty, not enough to make jokes.
Not enough.
I'd have to do
No.
more research, and we do bicycle research here. That's why this is so hard.
Bicycle.
That's why
We
this
have
is so
lab
hard hitting
coats.
around here.
We have lab coats.
Well, yeah. How else do we do our science?
Research.
We wear our glasses and we wear our coats, and we do science.
Okay.
Thanks.
Hold on. One more thing.
Oh wait.
Treadmills, batteries. Okay. Thanks, Kyle.
He just wants us to keep going with. He wants more, but we're done
He
tonight
wants
because
more.
we've hit an hour.
Did you get that baby to bed? Are you just hanging out having a whiskey
We
with
got nothing else to do.
the other dads?
Yeah, Mr. 11 o'clock there.
Yeah. Clark.
We know.
Yeah, Clarksville. All right. Good night.
Thank you.
And we love you.
We do.
And don't forget to brush your teeth.